Sugar, how are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. How's that crippling anxiety? Do you feel better tonight at all? I hope you do. If not, we'll figure it out. Hey, Rob. It's good to see you. How are you, dear? Happy weekend. No worse. Oh, sweetheart. How have you been, Rob? How's the dog? How's life? Your body physically hurts. I'm good, sweetheart. Thank you so much for asking. One of my dogs had an upper respiratory issue, but took her to the vet and she's doing much better. Get some blood work and x-rays done in a couple weeks and then just go from there. She just needs a little bit of dental work. But she had choked a few weeks ago on a piece of apple, and it's because she had a loose tooth and like wasn't able to, I guess, eat it properly or something. So I had to do doggy Heimlich maneuver and everything. It was really scary. So I guess she might have aspirated, which is like when a little bit of food or a little bit of your saliva will get like into your lungs, and you can get an upper respiratory infection like that. But she's doing so much better today. She's on antibiotics and steroids. So I feel a whole lot better too. It's been kind of rough the last couple weeks. It's good to see y'all tonight. Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Doing anything fun? She is much better. I was a little bit like not feeling well today. I had a margarita last night. Ugh, never again. I just don't do margaritas very well. I think I'm just gonna stick with the wine. But all day, I just made like ugh. I feel much better tonight though. I think that it's also been the weather. It's been kind of warm here in Georgia, and I don't have the AC yet. They haven't fixed it yet, so it's been kind of hot. But it's going back to the 60s tomorrow, and it's going to be nice and cool all week, so I'm going to try to figure out what the next step is to do with that. If anybody does want to get a tarot card reading tonight, every reading is buy one, get one free. Check out the description. I don't think I put a pinned comment in yet. Hey, Metal Ring. What's new with me? I'm going to school to be a therapist, and what else? Just trying to like replan and reimagine this whole like YouTube thing and my music thing. Just been working on that. Trying to kind of just like make sure the vibes in my house and like the way it feels matches my energy. You know, because you can stay somewhere for a really long time, but like and then have some of the same things for a really long time, but they might not necessarily match your vibe in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road. Hey Molly, how are you doing tonight? Welcome back to the Haunted House. Hey Britt, how have you been? Welcome to the Haunted House. Hey, New Mexico. How is New Mexico treating you? Is it nice there? Has the weather been good to you? Yeah, your body's physically hurting, Sugar. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot of anxiety, sweetheart. Hey, Big Husky. Welcome to the Haunted House. How are you tonight? There's a chick that had a medical emergency on the flight. Oh my gosh, what happened to her? Hey, Matthias, welcome to the Haunted House. But yeah, how's your dog doing, Rob? Do you have one or two dogs? I think I've only seen the black dog, but why did I think you had 2 dogs? You're new. What am I doing? I'm I am probably PMSing too. No, I'm kidding. You tried so much to soothe it. Yeah, and sometimes when it gets to that point, sugar, it's best to take a nap. It's best to just lay down and try to get some sleep. What are we talking about? How we're all doing tonight? How are you doing, Big Husky? What we're up to? What we're doing? How we're doing? Do you have a husky dog, Big Husky? We're dog lovers around here. Hope you find some cute dog videos on the Chammy. Sugar, if you have any chamomile tea, if you have some chamomile tea, maybe some lavender, mix it together. If you have some melatonin, take it. If you have some apples, maybe eat a little bit of apple, or drink some apple juice, because apple juice can also soothe you right before bed, also help you remember your dreams. Yeah, nobody gets their period around here, only their moon cycle. You kept getting negative thoughts. What kind of negative thoughts? Hey, Frank and Dad.
Good night.
Good night. Saga Popoli.
Me too.
I thought I would do my hair tonight like my cousin George Michael's, and it came out great. I just need to grab the guitar and sing y'all some Faith. Having peppermint tea, do you have any lavender for that? Because if you put a little bit of lavender in that, it will be so good for you. If you don't have lavender, just pick it up next time you're out. Okay? Oh no, you can't have chamomile without nausea, so you must have a sensitivity like my dad to that kind of flower. So stick with the lavender, because the lavender is, God, those roses smell really good. Dad picked me some roses from the garden today. Usually they don't have a scent, but tonight they do. Okay, so like he's injured. Oh, okay, so I see what you mean. So like you just keep having like this rapid anxiety about his injury with his foot and him rejecting you because of the foot. You love lavender coffee. I've never even thought about that before. I'm obsessed with lavender. Did you know that it's also a antihistamine? I like to put it in my hot chocolate. I like to put it in my cheesecake. Like I recently made this cheesecake out of lavender honey cheese. Like it's like a goat cheese. Hey Meryl, how are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. And then I made a chocolate graham cracker crust for it, because I like chocolate and lavender together. Especially dark chocolate and lavender. Yeah, I could live off that. I'll have to try some lavender coffee. Thanks, Molly. Thanks so much. It's supposed to traditionally be like the way that Marilyn Monroe wore her hair, but it really just looks more like George. It just looks just like George Michael's tonight. Do I like apple cider vinegar? Yeah, I like to use apple cider vinegars for like salad dressings. And I eat a salad every day, so yeah. A little olive oil, a little apple cider vinegar if I don't have wine. Thanks. So yeah, sugar, at the point where you get to that point where like you're so highly driven and ridden with anxiety, this is when it's time to talk about it. Someone who soothes you, someone who comforts you. That's what friends are for. You know, maybe take a hot bath, go to bed, take a nap. You Even if it's just a little 15-minute nap. We have a lot of vegetables here too, Molly. Maybe we can just make a Greek salad and make some, vegetarian food or something. I mean, we can always go out to eat. There's nothing wrong with that. But maybe we can just, get a veggie pizza and call it a day. I'm serious. Like, we make a Greek salad here at the house. I can put the tent out. We can sit in the tent at the table and eat outside if we want to. We can make a Greek salad and order a pizza. Grab a bottle of wine. He ordered food, watched a movie, took a nap, meditated, but kept coming back to the state where where you have that fear and anxiety he's going to reject you. But look how great you've done. These are just intrusive thoughts. And you know why I know they're just intrusive thoughts? Because you're not manifesting them. Yeah, you're really getting overworked by these intrusive thoughts that are caused by oncoming anxiety that you know is going to happen. Like, you know it's going to happen. It's not like you're just sitting there and you don't know it's going to happen. So your body is trying to physically reject the anxiety, but your mind is like holding on to it dearly because it's just a scary intrusive thought. It's not actually a manifestation. Because what's happening is hey Ghost Rider, how you doing? It's Tommy, right? But what's happening is, like, your thoughts, which have not created this rejection, because your actions and your reactions to these feelings you're having are actually preventing it. It's just an intrusive thought. So, okay, I have a bad thought about somebody, right? It doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It's just a fear I'm having. So I'm having it. I'm feeling scared. I'm crying about it. It's freaking me out a little bit. I'm going to go eat a donut, right? It might not help, but at least it might be a solution for right now, but not the answer. Or have a cup of coffee or tea or whatever. Or watch a movie, pray, meditate, sleep. Because see what your actions and your reactions are to this anxiety? Comforting yourself, calming yourself down, trying to cool down, trying to not freak out. You're comforting yourself instead of getting on the floor and having a meltdown, and refusing to get out of bed, refusing to eat, refusing to talk to him, refusing to talk to me, refusing to come here to chat, refusing to go to work, refusing to live, and have some kind of joy. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. If you don't really know what to do with that, I can't help you. So, when you're thinking of being rejected by somebody you like or you care about, or you want to get to know the action and the reaction to your thoughts and feelings being that you're comforting yourself, reminding yourself, even if it's just a few moments, to take a few moments to remind yourself of how good it actually is, life. So that's why, even though you're kind of getting in the way of yourself a little bit with that anxiety, you're just it's just an intrusive thought. You'll see. You'll work through it. So the thought that he's not reaching out unless you do is making you feel rejected. People do that to me all the time. But you know what? They never reject me. I actually enjoy reaching out to people. I like to make people feel cared about, even if they're not reaching out to me regularly. And they always reach back out when they've got time, and sometimes they even reach out if I haven't reached out first. I just don't understand the push and shove with the ridiculous ethics of what people think and how people think it should be. Like, women always think that the guy needs to take the lead. No. No. This is not the case. Yeah, let him lead. It's just like the dancing in the stars theory I gave you that we've all talked about here before. Let him lead. Let him lead the dance. Sure. You don't have to be in your masculine energy. But getting into your masculine energy, you know you're going to start stepping into your masculine energy when you do that right there. But he's not initiating first. Like, it's okay. They don't have to always be the one to ask you out on a date first, or tell you they like you first, or call you first, or kiss you first, or whatever first. Okay? That's fine to take the lead. But he never does. He just might not be that kind of guy. He might just be, he just might be like, my dad who, he needs someone. It's like, go over here and do the dishes now. Please. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that simple. Some guys just need someone to tell them, or lead them or guide them. It doesn't mean that they're a doofus and can't think for themselves or do for themselves or take action first about themselves. It's just like I've said before, sometimes a man needs a woman or another man to take him by the hand and show him he can. Or show him something, or help in some way that, because they might not be, the kind of person that is, always, ready to always lead. I love Melisandre from Game of Thrones. Some days I don't know if I want to be her or I want to be Arya Stark. Although definitely Arya Stark is my spirit animal from Game of Thrones. Hey Rob, you want to get a reading, dear? What are your questions? Thank you so much for your donation. That's so kind and generous of you. I'm going to put that towards Ruby's blood work. Oh, just because. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you. I'm so happy for you. You seem to be a lot happier these days when I go over to your Instagram and take a peek. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do a reading. It'll be so much fun. Ghostwriter is very right about that, Sugar. When we talk about the person that you're hanging out with and that you like, Sugar, he has never failed to respond when he's ready. And when he's comfortable to. And you know what? That's great, because it could just be a silent tunnel of nothing. You can always wait to just see how long it takes him to message you. You might be waiting a long time, but I'm pretty sure at some point you quit worrying. And see, that's the thing. See, when you quit worrying, all right, and you refocus back on yourself, things just fall into place easier, I swear. I swear it. Double Leo? Really? I'm a double Scorpio until like the I guess the Earth shifted on its axis, and now like my rising is like 0.1 in Sag. Not sure if I can really believe it. I don't really see myself as a Sagittarius, as a silly Sagittarius, but maybe. At some point. But I'm really telling you something. Like I said, worrying is just something that we're programmed to do. we're born, and the only two fears we have are being dropped and loud noises. Unlike myself, who was born mostly deaf, I mean, you could have screamed at me all day, I wouldn't have heard you anyways. But when I started to be able to hear and I started getting the surgeries I needed and my ears started developing better, well, it was actually a tubal ear baby, so that's what that's all about. I think that, I started to be able to process fear. I didn't have any fear before that. I could hear my hamster died, and then I heard her die, and that was really scary. But I knew that I could soothe myself because of music, and I could go listen to music and feel better about my pet, my little baby hamster dying, Snuggles, I love you wherever you are, but still, Snuggles taught me a big lesson at a very young age. And that is, I can either be afraid of what happened to her, or I can accept what happened to her, all right? And I can go on and be happy that I had this experience with this little soul, this little being, and cherish it for the rest of my life. And who knows, maybe her spirit will come back around. Maybe it'll be through another pet. Maybe it'll be through a child or another person. But, I think that we meet each other again, whether it's online or offline, organically, inorganically, because somehow, somewhere in the cosmos, our souls have met before. Whether, it was in this life or a past life or a past life or maybe all lives. Yeah, her name was Snuggles. Snuggles and Bear. Those are my hamsters when I was a kid. Spirit, I'm calling forth Rob Wiseman? Am I saying Wiseman? Mr. Wiseman, am I saying that correct? I'm calling forth Rob's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does he need to know about his life, his energy around him, his vortex? What does he need to know about now and the not too distant future? So, in your past, yes, you've had this incredible 5-story fire happen to you. And you know that you're always going to have these tower moments, whether they're uncomfortable moments or they're passionate moments, okay? Because this tower can represent many different things. It can represent chaos, it can represent bad times, it can represent negativity. It can also very much represent the passion and the excitement of the masculine energy and the masculine divine energy in you as well. And it seems like through all of this combustion of emotions and being pulled back and forth through all these different stories of your life, you've come here in the presence to, this was the first card that came out, and this was the clarification card, the Tower. You've got a major arcana that is your first card, and another major arcana to clarify. You have found justice in your now by not only just asking and believing, and so you will receive it, but also by working on it. Like, you have been your own knight in shining armor. You have literally surpassed all this chaos here because you finally listened to yourself and you said it yourself. I just stopped worrying. I quit worrying. You quit worrying, and now look, you got your wish fulfilled and so many other wish fulfilled cups to fill and to experience because you just let it go. You trusted yourself enough to give yourself the justice and the love that you deserve. Even if you couldn't see it when we first met, you see it now, okay? And as far as your future in that Page of Cups, you know, this future is a new beginning that starts now, and it's helped you release yourself from some kind of prison that you had been putting yourself in mentally, for sure. You're feeling stronger. You're feeling happier about the people who are around you. it's almost like you've been able to take those blinders off, and the people around you have been able to take the blinders off, and you no longer are waiting for someone to rescue you. You've done it yourself. You turned around your whole situation in a way that, you know, you're no longer this cowardly lion. You are this brave and strong and happy, healthy, harmonious lion. Okay. And it's so cute because this kind of just reminds me of your Instagram right now, you know? And it's a very sweet thing, and I'm very happy for you. And Spirit saying you have a lot to look forward to. You know, those nights of boredom and no communicato and I'm feeling like, you know, you didn't know where to go from wherever you were. You know, you turn that heartbreak into love through that boredom. So give yourself a pat on the back. It will get easier to communicate the things that you feel you need to communicate, even if they're difficult, because it'll come in the right time for you to feel comfortable enough rapidly to talk about the things you need to talk about with the people you feel comfortable enough with. This has all kind of also happened very quickly for you as well. But, you know, just stay happy. People respect you. They look up to you, Rob, and they like you a lot. And the more that you keep liking yourself, respecting yourself, and putting yourself in a position spiritually, mentally, physically, emotion, where you're good, everyone around you is going to be good, everything will be good. Will that mean that there won't be tough times? I'm sure we're all having tough times, no matter how good it is. But it's the company that you keep, you know? As long as you are, you know, matching, see the strength card, they're matching each other's energy in the strength card. You keep focusing on the people who are matching your heart, matching your energy, matching your vortex, and you'll be good. You'll find your way through any tough times. Okay, you'll find your way through any hell you might see in front of you or a way around it. Okay. Yeah, Santa's cool. You know, I live across the street from Santa and his wife, Mrs. Claus. They're real good folks. Who would ever know that Santa would vacation in Atlanta, Georgia for the spring and summer? Okay, let me get a couple more cards for you, Rob, because I'd like to get the Power Spirit deck for you. And get a direct message from Spirit about your little journey here. Well, I mean, life is no little journey, but Spirit, I'm calling forth Rob's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Do you have any power spirit messages for him for his spiritual journey, regarding his spiritual journey and his love life journey, financial journey, just life all the way around in general? What is the most important thing, Spirit, for his most trusted and strongest spirit guides, for him to take acknowledgement of in regards to this journey he's on today? Dream. Let me see what the card is that fell on the floor, because it fell upright. I just want to see. And commitment. Dream commitment. I've never gotten a commitment card. Let's see. Oh, yes, I have gotten a commitment card. It's just been a long time. It's so funny. We're talking about your path, your journey. I feel like through dreaming big, through having dreams, through being the kind of person that does dream, that puts your actions and feelings and emotions into what you want your dreams to be. Your path has turned from a yellow brick road of his to a yellow brick road of, well, it's like instead of looking for peace, it already has found you. You have so much, despite how crazy the world is right now, you have so much to look forward to because you stay committed to your dream. So what Spirit has said. You stayed committed to some dream that you had, some kind of something you want. You stayed committed to yourself, you know? So maybe the number 16 is important to you, the number 7, the color of the card is black, the direction west. One day you're going to remember the great dream, and the way will become known to you. You entered into life through the veil of the dream because your reason for being here must be kept secret from you until you find your way home. You don't know who you are now, but one fine day you will remember. It's like a creation looking for itself. You are the oneness with all life, though you are not aware of it yet. But rest assured, you will awaken from the dream. And until then, let the Great Mother rest within your spirit. She is the universe. She is the womb of all life. She is the light that shines from your eyes, illuminating your daily dreams, and the possibility of all your dreams will become your reality. You've gotten this card before, but the commitment card is number 3. It's the color red, and it's the direction south. You need commitment to focus on your target. Take aim, pull back the bow, and then shoot your arrow. Even though you know you will hit the bullseye with every shot. This is the duality of enlightenment. To hit the bullseye requires walking down the path and through the gateway that leads to your emotions, your mental strength, and your abilities you would gather based on your commitment to the dedication and to the endurance of your life and those commitments. The endurance of your commitments, okay, is what it's talking about here. What endurance have you put into your, you haven't let yourself go. You continue to take care of yourself emotionally, physically, mentally. I mean, even if maybe you had a rough day or a drunken night or a sleepless night or a fight with somebody you cared about or even yourself, okay? But it is the next step after defining your active power, materializing your dreams, and begin to live them. So you are materialized. They've materialized in front of you. You're living them as we speak. And it's time to build that magnificent dream lodge within you, okay? And to do so with total commitment. Keep up with that commitment. Commitment with the commitment you've had with your work, commitment you've had taking care of your body, your mind, your soul, your relationships, your love life, your dogs. You know, your dogs are like your kids, so, I mean, everything through that commitment. Okay? 17 is your number? Oh, wow. Yeah, I like that number, 17. It also makes the number 8, which I also really love that number 8. So, yeah, everything looks pretty good and on par for you. I know the world is crazy right now, but you are loved and you are cared for and you are not alone. Okay. Yeah, I love the number 8. There's just something about it that's just right for me. My mom passed away on 8/8, which is the Lionsgate portal. So that was pretty strange. But I just love that number 8. Really, 888 is your lucky number, right? Yes, it does mean forever, you're right. Oh, you're so welcome, Rob. Thank you so much for your donation. That was very kind and generous of you. I appreciate it. Sugar, your question keeps disappearing. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've seen one question come out of you. In fact, when I was doing Rob's reading, I was like, where's Sugar Bear? Can you imagine being Yam Clapper and saying something like that to me? Tarot card reading is just like Santa. Can you just like imagine being me and then like somebody says that to you? Like, well, yeah, I live across the street from Santa. Be right back. We have a fun fact. The continent of Europe was named after the band. Oh. That band is a very interesting band. Don't worry, I only have the knife out so I can cut this bottle of wine open that my neighbor gave me. Oh, I love when the neighbors are generous with their wine, especially since I didn't get to go out this weekend and get myself a bottle. So I did the worst thing possible, which was I asked my roommate if I could have a glass of his ready to drunk, which is pretty much margarita mix, and I did not cut it, and I paid for it because I didn't realize I was supposed to cut it with like seltzer water or something like that. So it was like not well. I couldn't even finish it last night. It was just so sweet and delicious and terrible and horrible and wonderful all at the same time. But I just can't do hard liquor. I've never been. I mean, maybe sometimes if somebody happens to have some Doer Scotch, I'll drink some Doer Scotch. But I used to like to put like Jägermeister in my chocolate ice cream, which is pretty good. You ready for a taco box? Okay, sweetheart. But yeah, I just think I'm gonna stick with the wine, and every once in a while maybe I'll have a beer with a friend. But you can't eat what, tacos? Hi, Spiritbox, you're punished. We're gonna talk to the Spiritbox tonight again. So if you have any, I'm gonna do JonBenét Ramsey again. So if you guys have any questions you want to ask, or come up with, or write down, please do, because I would love to ask the Spiritbox. You ate a whole party pack the other day? What's a party pack? Is that like something from Taco Bell? Look, when I eat the Taco Bell, I'll just get a couple Supreme Taco Crunches. I don't, like, I used to be addicted to those Doritos Locos Taco Supremes. But then when I found out that there's like red flake number whatever in it and a couple of other things that are really, really bad for my cervix, I was like, yeah, I can give up tacos for my cervix. Yeah, I can do that. So I switched over to the regular tacos. On Joan? What, on my thoughts on Joan of Arc or Joan Jett? I mean, they might as well be the same woman in a different body. Or are you talking about Joan Rivers? I'll be right back. I gotta find something to open that bottle with. Sorry about that. I gotta stop allowing other people to clean the kitchen because nothing gets put back where it belongs. JonBenét Ramsey. Yep. Oh, you mean JonBenét Ramsey? Oh, okay. So you're talking about JonBenét Ramsey. I was like Joan. Like you mean Joan of Arc? Joan Jett? What? Okay. Yeah, I can go into JonBenét Ramsey. Well, first of all, what do I think of JonBenét Ramsey? I think that I think she was an incredibly beautiful, smart, talented child. And I think all her beauty, talent, and smarts was overlooked by pageantry. Okay? Do you know what it means to be that age and learn the things that she learned to perform at that age? Do you know what it takes? There must have been something in her soul or her heart where she really loved it. And it wasn't just because mommy wanted her to do it and she wanted approval from mommy. She must have really loved it. Yes, please post your questions in chat, Metal Rain, or you can just send them in the text message on the messenger if you want. Whatever you're comfortable with, dear. My phone is not, I don't think my phone's even charged. Let me look. Okay, it is on. All right. 9%. It usually is at 9%. So what do I think of JonBenét Ramsey? I think that her mother terrifies me. A very strange sparkling water. It's Spindrift Cosmopolitan. I don't really recommend it. your other ones are good. Oh, I'm sorry the volume on my voice is way low. I have to compete with everybody's air conditioner outside and I don't have one, so I can't put the window down or melt. What a world, what a world. Let me make sure though that my volume is up. It should be up. I don't see why. Am I still here? Hello? Why do I think it was never solved? I don't think that JonBenét's murder was ever solved because there were too many people probably being paid off to not solve it. Sorry about that. Sorry about having to move all this around. First of all, what really doesn't make any sense to me is that we're in 2026 now, and they're just only more recently, like over March and April, we're supposedly just starting to forensically test certain items that had never been tested before. Like the supposed thing that choked her out. So, yeah, there's that. I don't think that the case ever has gotten solved because there are too many people protecting the person that did it. Or there were too many people protecting the people that did it, or there were too many people protecting the person that did it that's no longer alive. The thing about her mother, you know, and I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but okay, so I was just a baby, little girl, just a kid when JonBenét Ramsey died, and I was terrified. I couldn't go out of the house, even though I didn't even live anywhere close to Boulder, Colorado. And now, after, you know, getting more into the case and learning what did happen now that I'm an adult, because I think JonBenét Ramsey would be like Molly and mine's age, okay? And her brother Burke, what kind of sibling smiles through the whole funeral of a family member, or let alone a sibling? Okay? And what I keep forgetting to say, but I'm going to say it now, is that her mother, JonBenét's mother, Patsy Ramsey, after all the research I've done, after everything I've heard, after everything I've seen, that woman terrifies me. She reminds me of the woman that killed my mother. Okay? Just absolutely terrifying. I don't think John Ramsey, JonBenét's father, knew what happened to her in the beginning. I think he just took an Ambien and went to sleep and slept through the whole thing. I really do. And then it wasn't until after the fact, that he realized he better get on board with... I can't get this closed. I'm just not strong enough to do it. All right, Ray, let's get into your reading, sweetheart. I'm sorry about the delay. I apologize. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Metal Rain need to know about their next relationship with someone they know or already knew? What do they need to know about this spirit? Is it somebody they already know? Somebody they already knew? Someone new? Well, Spirit's saying yes and yes in this Wheel of Fortune. Like, the next relationship with someone, it's like a new version of them. Somebody you already know, but it's a new version of them. A version of them that they've been working on to be more patient, more kind, more understanding, more caring, more loving. Okay? It's somebody who maybe at one time wasn't so great about communicating, but now they're willing to try. They're willing to try They're willing. Okay. Hope it's Jen or Laura. Is it Jen or Laura, Spirit? What does he need to know about that? Is it Jen or Laura? Interesting. So is it Jen or Laura? I get I get this 10 of Wands, which is traditionally a no regarding Laura, but with the 3 of Wands, I get a yes with Jen being on the horizon of things. But I hate yes or no, so let me really give you the lowdown on this. With Laura and this 10 of Wands, this is somebody you can count on. This is somebody that you can weigh your burdens on, and she'll take them on. She'll take you by the hand and help you understand and help you with these burdens, okay? Despite this being a no answer. This is more of a card that I have always felt in touch with in regards to, you know, when times are tough, you know, you go back to your tribe, you go back to your family, you go back to, but we haven't asked about Eliana, so she's kind of like null and void. It's okay to cry, man. Especially after what she did to your Tesla, that cunt. Pardon my French, I don't usually talk like that, but as far as Laura and this 10 of Wands, this is somebody who, she also knows that if she has burdens, that you'll be there for her too. But this card is also saying it might be a little bit rougher on the edges in a relationship with her. It might be a little bit tougher than you expected. It might be a little bit more burdensome and uncomfortable than you both would like it to be, really. Now, as far as the 3 of Wands, okay, what it's saying about Jen is like, yes, this is very much a possible thing here. I mean, with both women, it's possible, okay? It's just they both look very different from the perspective of Wands where they're standing, okay? When it comes to 3 of Wands, you know, I want you to get a clear idea of what Sophia is looking at here. She's looking at 2 ships passing each other in the night, or in the afternoon, early evening. It's 2 ships reflecting back, but it also looks like her eyeballs looking out the horizon. That's what's kind of so cool about this card, is there's like a double, triple kind of interesting meaning here, because you got the 3 of Wands, then you have the reflection of the sailing ships, like 2 ships sailing in the night by each other. They don't even realize it. It's like you and Jen have been maybe going like 2 ships in the night for a really long time on each other's horizon, and the time has come. Could it be, Star? Honey, you can have anybody you want, but could you give that to yourself at the end of the day? I mean, you're not a bad looking guy. You have a great job. You're able to take care of yourself. You're handsome, you're smart, you're caring, you come from a good family, you have stability and balance. Any woman should be happy to be with you, okay? But at the end of the day, you know, I can tell you that, but do you believe that about yourself? You know, okay, so you're having a couple of bad hair days or bad hair weeks or bad hair months. You can take care of that. Okay, but hair doesn't make the person either, all right? I mean, well, maybe it does. I don't know. I don't have a penis, so I don't know what that's like to have. I only have hair, which is like that. If I had a penis, I mean, and I was a man, I mean, and I could offer a woman happiness in bed, happiness in the kitchen, happiness at home, happiness in the car, happiness on the beach, just, you know, joy. You know, I think any girl is down for that, right, ladies? I mean, somebody who can offer them something that's happy, harmonious, and healthy. And you have to remember, Metal Rain, that you have all that to offer. So when you are looking at women that you are interested in, that might be probable or probablys or maybes, you know, make sure they can offer you that too. Okay? Make sure they can offer you that too. I don't think that you're like the kind of guy who, you know, I just don't think that you're like the kind of guy that, you know, like, I don't know. Some men are taught that they are the prize from a very young age. And I just kind of don't get that vibe from you where you think you're better than everyone because you're a dude and you can drive. You know what I mean? Like, you're pretty laid back, nice and easy. Any of these girls should be happy to even just have you as a friend. So let's go to the next question. I know I'm taking a little bit too long with that first question, but will there be a new consistent readers for 3 still company? Will my finances improve over the next few months? I wish we could get some consistent readers for Still Three's company. So Spirit's saying in the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Swords that maybe not. It's probably going to be a little bit more back and forth. Spirit's saying we will find a little bit of stability. We will find some stability, but it could take some time. So, will we find stableness? Well, we have found some stableness, but consistent readers, no, not yet. We have some consistent readers, but for some of the other characters, not right now. Though the time is coming for that consistency, it will happen in the Wheel of Fortune. It just may take a little bit of time. What kind of time? Well, it could take 3 to 7 weeks. It could take 3 to 7 months. But it's going to happen between now and the next 7 months to find some real stable people to continue the project, finish the project, go wherever, you decide to go with the project. But it will happen eventually over time. The Wheel of Fortune says, there will be luck with that, despite it being kind of grim right now. Will your finances improve over the next few months? Let's see what Spirit has to say about that. Sugar Bear, are you still there, hun? It's funny that you ask about the finances, and I get the Chariot, and that's what you do for a living. Is drive your chariot around talking to people about where they need to go. So you might feel a little bit like you're in financial prison right now, but it's life is what you make it. So what are your actions and reactions to it? Do you feel defeated at the end of the day because you made $5, $50, $45, $85, $100? Like, think about what, oh my God, are those gummies and a big heart on the screen? Thank you so much. That was so cute. Back to your reading, I'm sorry. So in the Ace of Wands, it is saying, there's a new beginning for more financial structure and stability in your life. Stop looking at the prison that it puts you in. Stop worrying about it. And start telling yourself when you wake up in the morning how excited you are to go make $100 today, or $120 today, or whatever, or $40 today, or whatever it is. Stay in the excitement of your financial situation getting better. I'll also send you some stuff here in the not too distant future that might help, okay? I'm in this really cool club where if I didn't get in this club, man, I don't know where my headspace would be right now. I don't know where my headspace would be with my music, my tarot, my acting, my life. I really don't. My art, especially my music. And I'll share it with you in a little bit. I'll share it with a couple of y'all. And I'd love to see you show up. It's free. You don't have to buy anything. Okay, all you have to do is study a little bit, and I can't get this thing on, so I give up. I think I have a wine thing in there somewhere. A cork that can plug that up later. Oh my God, jelly friends, that's so cute. I love how the whatever they were, I guess it looked like jellyfish, but it was like, maybe it's like supposed to be like gummies. Sent jelly friends. I love how it turned into a heart. And I think that the more expensive ones like that, the more expensive ones actually show animations on my screen, whereas maybe the cheaper ones don't, because I know some friends have like just bought this, like the ones that are a little bit cheaper, and they were like expecting an animation, but it didn't happen on my screen, but it would happen on other people's screens, or I don't know. It's so weird. Maybe YouTube is haunted, like I've always believed, and it only maybe only Spirit allows the cutest of those animations to show on my computer. I don't know. For my well-being. I don't know, but that was so cute. Thank you so much. Made me smile, Rob. Hey, Sugar. Welcome back, honey. The series is almost over. You're going to see her for sure at Monsterpalooza. Okay. You know, it could be Star. We could always ask. What about Alana? I got some bills coming off pretty soon. Okay. Will you still be able to get Alana's dog? Will we still be able to get Alana's dog? I have no idea what you're talking about, but let's find out if we can. Whatever your question is, Spirit knows what you're asking. Even if that was a typo. Spirit, yes or no in regards to Gemma? What do we need to know about? Oh wait, you're talking about Alana's dog. I'm sorry, I get Ileana and Alana mixed up because their names sound so much alike. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strong spirit guides about Alana's dog. Will they still be able to get Alana's dog in the not too distant future? So, Spirit says yes, and you might just very well be the person she calls upon to make that happen. Have you talked to her? Have you sent her a message at all? The Nine of Swords is definitely somebody who's like, you know, they're ready to take charge. You're there. You're ready to go. You're ready to go get the dog. She knows that. And that's also very much yes. What's with the Five of Pentacles as the clarifying card behind that? Like, let me marinate on that for a minute. Yeah, there's something about the energy between you two. You kind of are missing each other, like two ships in the night, kind of. She wants to call you, you want to call her, y'all want to talk about the dog, but neither one of you do it because I don't know why. I just don't know. Why the Five of Pentacles, Spirit? I still think that she's worried about the dog's well-being. Like, she doesn't want to lose the dog again. So maybe the people that have the dog... So maybe the people that have the dog are willing to care for the dog until they know. Or maybe there was some kind of court order where... Hey Faye, how are you? Welcome back to the haunted house. Maybe there was some kind of court order within regards to the dogs, the terms of the dog's return to her, that, you know, she had to prove that maybe she has a stable and healthy place for, because you know how California is about animals. It's not like here, where they have that law that's like, it's a felon to hurt an animal, but, you know, they don't really do anything about it. Whereas California, they do. It's because her ex or boyfriend, the guy that has her kind of away from everything. So you think they're still together? You think she's... God, why would anybody want to date that slime ball? He looks so greasy. Just send him back to Russia and send Travis back. Please. No offense to Russia. Russians are very nice people. But I mean, this guy is like the shit of Russia. Not even Russia wants him. Okay? The shit of Russia. He is definitely ugly Ruski, and Ruski don't want him back. God, maybe we'll get lucky and Tramp will just send him to the moon. Then we can go rescue the dog. And rescue her too. Sugar, well, you know what, sweetheart? Let me read up here. You said, yes, I'm here. And then, I hear a dreaming doggy. Sugar, what do you want me? What do you want to let me know? What do you want me to let you know, sweetheart? Did you text me and I missed something? Because that's all I've seen from you in like a half an hour. Okay. Yes, the readings were buy one get one free yesterday. Yes, sweetheart. Would you like to do a reading now, honey? Would you like to do your free reading? Hey, Juanita, how are you? I'm doing good, sweetheart. I just cracked open a bottle of, what is this? Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon. I don't know. I just opened a bottle of Cabernet. I'm good. It's not as hot as it was earlier today, and I'm not feeling as sick as I was feeling earlier. Because I drank a margarita. I'll never do that ever again. Send you half a glass, I would. Really, we need to get on top of our technology here, people. We're still living in 1996. If we can't solve the JonBenét Ramsey case or even find Nancy Guthrie. Nancy Guthrie's case feels so much like JonBenét Ramsey's case to me. The only difference is it's 2026 instead of 1996. And Nancy Guthrie is 84 years old, not 6 years old. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. I mean, and then with someone like Cash Patel, who's like the head of the FBI running it, like, I just don't know. Fine wine and an Estes. I wish we could do an Estes method. If anybody wants to do an Estes method with me, let me know. Oh, Meryl. Love you too. So, what are your questions, Sugar? Go ahead and put them in the chat or put them in a text message. And I'm going to go ahead and get the spirit box ready. So I had some interesting questions last night for the spirit box. I got some strange answers. I think one time the spirit box said, wait. I don't know if it wanted me to wait for it to answer. I don't know if whatever was on the other side was like remembering something. I think at one time I asked, and I'm going to ask again tonight, did JonBenét Ramsey's murderer take the housekeeper to court? I think we may have gotten a yes, but I don't know. We'll see what happens tonight. Yeah, Cash Patel. Did you guys know that people with the last name Patel cannot, they can't play the lottery and win it? They can play the lottery, but if they win it, they cannot receive, any funds from winnings. Isn't that weird? Don't ask me why, I have no idea why. But this little plant needs some water. Now put your questions in the text, Sugar. Trying to root it, but I don't know. Looks more like I've wilted it, but it was doing good for a little while, so maybe it'll come back. Yep, I'm Encyclopedia YouTube Britannica. Are you reading Wednesday? Meryl, just say yes. Okay, so me and Rico, separate 6 months now. Really? And married for 17 years. That must be really difficult, Juanita. Um, yes, of course there's still time for you to get a reading, Meryl. Yes. Um, well, I hope that, how are you feeling, Juanita, after being with someone for so long and then breaking up like that? Must be difficult. Okay, you want to get a quick update on him, Sugar? Yeah, sure, we can do that. Meryl, just send your questions to me in Messenger or put them in the chat. But yeah, we can do a reading. I'm so glad that you're doing okay, Juanita. The best thing that you can do within regards to, your connection with this person is refocus on yourself and silence them out. Wants to come home? Of course he does. It's been 6 months. He misses his woman that treated him so good. My husband did the same thing to me. And I said no every time. But not because I didn't miss him, not because I didn't not like him, not because I hated, there was no animosity despite what he did. Okay, I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now if he had not saved my life from attempted murder. Okay. So that's probably why I still talk to him, because I'm here because he was there at the right time and didn't just stand there and watch somebody beat the hell out of me and try to kill me. Which I've actually had people do, just stand there and watch it. Until I was obliterated and completely passed out and I have no idea what was next. And maybe somebody came and stopped it after I was passed out. But yeah, I'm here now because he saved my life. But he broke my heart to the point where I I just felt like, yeah, I don't need to be, I don't need to be letting him come home. So he accused you of cheating, and you think that's what made him, you think that's what he was really doing, okay. So Meryl, you'd like to know if I'll be separating from my employer in the next few weeks, okay. Yeah, I can do that reading for you, sure. Is that the only question you have, dear? Okay. All right, sweetheart. Just hang on there for a moment. I'm going to do Sugar's reading real quick to get an update on her guy. Sugar, your reading's starting at 7346. Spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. She just wants a quick update on this person on her mind and heart, this guy that she likes. She just wants a quick update on her man. How's he feeling about it? What does she need to know about that? Okay, he's feeling like he'd like to see you dressed up and smiling at him with a glass of wine in your hand. Oh, you're so welcome. Look, you did the best thing for yourself, okay? You left a situation that wasn't matching your energy anymore, Juanita. I think he wants to talk to you more, Sugar. Okay, his intentions are to talk to you more. His intentions are definitely to talk to you about seeing each other again and very well going out on a date. This might not come until the next new moon, okay? Give it a couple of weeks. And he may even enjoy that offer within regards to having a movie night together, even if you're on the opposite side of town. I think he's intrigued by the mystery. It keeps him curious. It keeps him wondering. All right. He also likes it that the way that you communicate is not oppressive. Alright? It's not something that feels burdensome. It's something that gives him clarity. It's something that helps him get to know you better, which is something he's very much into right now. He's heavily vetting you, but not in a negative way. It's not like in a way where it's like he's expecting perfectionism, expecting you to perform. He just wants you to be yourself and have fun, because that's what he wants. He wants to be himself and to have fun, and he's very happy that you have just accepted him for being himself, okay? He's a little bit bored. There's the card on the bottom of the deck. He is a little bit bored, but that's not with you. This is with the foot thing, all right? Because see how the foot is sticking out here again? He is bored. So, yeah, he likes the movie suggestion, right? But he'd rather you be there watching it with him. So make that happen, sugar, okay? Remember what he said to you? Remember what you told me not too long ago? You said that he said he wanted to invite you over to watch something with him, but you just live so far away or something like that. Fix it. Be like, oh, it doesn't matter. We can just get together on the phone and chat and text and watch something together on Netflix and chat about it. Okay? I mean, I do that all the time with my girlfriends, and, you know, I really wanted to see the movie Pearl, and so did my friend Danielle, and she's like, I'm too scared to watch it by myself. And I'm like, yeah, I might be too scared to watch it by myself too. So we watched it together. Yeah, see, he said he wanted to have you there. Oh, Juanita. I think that if you love him, and you care about him, and you care about what you have together, or what you had together, you know, there is always a possibility, Juanita, to wipe away that old love story clean and start over. Would I start over with my ex-husband thing again, even though he cheated on me? Yes. But I always say no, because, well, I know that that's what's right for me, okay? He didn't take good care of himself while he was away from me, so I can't take on that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're sick now, and you want to come home, but this isn't your home anymore, you know? Like, we weren't even legally married. We just jumped the broom and had a commitment ceremony in front of friends. Which, that doesn't make it any less important than a legal wedding on paper. I'm not saying that. But what you have to understand is that you can work through this with him. You're not 100% sure if he cheated, okay? And you don't want to take a tarot cards reader's advice on that. Alright? You don't want to take a tarot card reader's word on that. You want to take his word on that. Unless you saw her, saw something, walked in on something, smelled her on him, noticed certain things about him that he was doing that he used to only do for you when you guys were hot at first for each other. You know, you don't know. So he accused you of it, and you guys got in a fight, and you split up, right? But you can fix that if you really want to fix it. But once again, it's like, what are you observing about you, him, your relationship, all that stuff. I do a one-on-one group counseling session, a rapid transformational therapy session with cards and everything. It's only $100. It's one-on-one. It's an hour. If any of you guys ever want one, you know, it's available. You just have to email me and we can talk about it. But you can write a whole new love story with your husband, Juanita. Okay? Oh my God, yes, Sugar. You should definitely send him a link to watch a movie together. Yes, yes, yes. King of Cups. Yes, do it. All right, Meryl, let's go ahead and get your reading done, sweetheart, and then I'm going to turn on the spirit box and see what we need to know from the spirits. Eeny, meeny, chilly, beanie. Okay, yeah, you should do it tomorrow. Do it when it feels right. Spirit, I'm calling for Meryl's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. All right, sweetheart. Yeah, journal, wind down, sleep. Oh, you're so lucky. Spirit, I'm calling forth Meryl's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Is Meryl going to be separating from his job soon in the next couple of weeks? What does Meryl need to know about that? Oh, this is interesting. Are you there, Meryl? All right. So... Meryl, are you there, honey? I'm going to send you these cards anyways. So, Spirit's saying, yeah, you're juggling a lot right now. You're juggling a lot. So, while the Two of Pentacles is saying, yeah. Oh, wow, my hair looks just like Blanche's. While Spirit is saying, hey, Kimberly, welcome to the haunted house. How are you tonight? Bottle's no truth. So, Meryl, it is saying, yes, you very well may, in the next 2 weeks, separate with that job because you're juggling a lot, and you might even start juggling something new that brings in more income, that will make you a lot more happier. Something that's a little bit more give and take, okay? Instead of... You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, it's something that is... Spirit is saying it's not that this is a negativism, it's that this is a positivism. Excuse me. So, I mean, it is what it is, you know. But you've been juggling a lot. Spirit says very well may happen. You can change this if you don't want this to happen, if you don't want to break away from this job. You know, you don't have to. But Spirit's saying there is some kind of opportunity coming for you. It might not even be the same thing you're doing. For all you know, it could be working at a dispensary, a health food store, like a vitamin shop, or some kind of holistic spiritual place. Something that's a little bit more relaxing. But yeah, you've just been juggling a lot in that Two of Pentacles. And it's brought you balance. It's brought you stability. It's brought you happiness. But Spirit's saying there's more joy for you to experience in better situations that have a lot more to offer you. What's your question, Kimberly? The Tower, the Sun, Justice. What major arcana card should be 3 Still Company episode? Well, that depends on the content. I mean, is there a Tower moment where there's a lot of chaos and fear and rapid uncomfortableness? You know, it could even be that it's not the Tower in that aspect, and it could be sexy, kind of hot, kind of woohoo kind of stuff that Three's Company was always meant to be about. Living on the edge of whatever sexual revolution was happening in the 70s, and maybe you need to play on that in 2026 with these tarot cards because you move on to the Sun. I mean, and when people are having happy, harmonious, sexy times together, even if it's just as friends, it can sunburn you, but it can also bring a lot of joy and a lot of justice, a lot of mental clarity, a lot of balance, a lot of stability. So it's just up to you. You know, it depends on whatever the content is of the story. I don't know what the content is of the story yet, but I think I need to refresh my chat. I'm not getting any new chats. Oh my God, it's 90 degrees in the house. I'm melting. What a world. You obviously know nothing about voodoo. Can you imagine being me and someone says that about my doll? Can you imagine being her and someone says that about her? Okay, Tower was already an episode. Okay, am I moving to a new house? I don't know. Are you? Would you like to move to a new house? Is that something you'd like to do, Kimberly? Well, then it is done. How great does that feel? So what would it feel like to find that new house? What would it feel like to see it? What would it feel like to live in it? What would it look like? What would it have? What would it maybe not have? Where would it be? Who would you be once you get in your new house? Will you be moving when the new when the lease is up at the end of June? Let's find out. I don't know why Spirit said a sort of give and take kind of job like the dispensary, like a place where you're actually getting the give and the take and the care and you know, working with people who care about your fucking dreams. Pardon my French. Care about, you know, your happiness and your joy in that Six of Pentacles, Meryl. Spirit, I'm calling forth Meryl's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. And destroy the trolls. I need to get a t-shirt that says that. Spirit, I'm calling forth Meryl's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Well, Meryl will be moving when their lease is up in June. Well, Meryl will be moving. You're really seeing some things for the first time, Meryl. You got the Hanged Man here, which is more of kind of like a maybe card. It's almost like Spirit was like, come on, put your big boy pants on. You got this. You know what you want. Go for it. Do it. Make it happen. All right? And the Hanged Man. I feel like this is an end. This is the end. My only friend, the end. But not in a negative way. All right? Spirit is asking you in this Hanged Man and in this Ten of Swords and in this Empress to nurture the idea of what you want, Meryl, and live in that end. Do you want to move to the other side of Lake Tahoe on the beach, California side? Is that what you want? Or you want to stay in your little apartment, listening to the crazy alarm go off because ghosts think it's funny? Or you want to go somewhere else, move somewhere else? What does Meryl want? Because Spirit wants to know what Meryl wants, okay? Because you've had the epiphany of what you want. You know what you want. Spirit wants you to go after it and live in the end of it. What does that look like? Just staying after June? Is that what you want? Because you don't think renewal will be an option, it won't be an option. But you can't wait till June to find out. Okay? Because if you wait till June, you're going to be out of options. And Spirit wants you to go after what you want. So you need to know right now, but you need to start nurturing the idea of what you want. You want to stay. You can stay. Even if the guy sells the place. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the ownership would just go to a new person. And then you would just maybe sign a new lease or make a better deal with that person if it's even made possible. But it's literally saying, Meryl, what do you want? Nurture, the Great Mother and the Empress saying, nurture the idea and live in the end of it. So what would the end of it be? No changes. Nothing's happening. Everything's fine. Okay? Let me see if I can get a clarification on the bottom of the deck. So, Spirit's saying, yeah, be your knight in shining armor in this situation and think about it. You won't be happy till I'm in Hawaii. Really think about what it is that you want and go after it. Be your own knight in shining armor and don't fuck around. Life is too short. Okay? You're still very, very young. And I know you don't believe me because society wants you to believe that you're not still very, very young at your age, but you are. You're still very young. And you have a lot to learn and a lot to experience and a lot of life to live. Okay? You're not old and fat. You're just only old and fat because that's what you think you are, but you're not. You're not old and fat. You know who's old and fat? You know who's old and fat? The not your president. Okay. So quit being your own best troll and start thinking about what you want and start living in it. Alright, hey Dark Reverend, welcome back to the haunted house. How are you, dear? Yeah, I just think that at the end of the day, you have the option here to have what you want, Meryl. Is it going to be Hawaii? Is it going to be... Yeah, I figured you misspelled it. Is it going to be, you know, that 70s show? What do you want? You want Hawaii or that 70s show that you're living in right now? It's up to you. You can be and do whatever you want. What's the occasion? Saturday night. Saturday Night Live. You're welcome, Meryl. I appreciate you. You're so welcome. Alright, I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I'm going to turn the spirit box on right now. The speaker is charged. And let's get this show on the road. If anybody else wants to buy a reading, you can buy a reading still. Every reading on the weekends that you purchase is always buy one, get one free. You can also just donate to the channel if you want. Right now, I'm trying to get donations together to get Ruby some x-rays and blood work here in a couple weeks because she has a severe heart murmur and needs some work done on her so she can get better. So far, so good. She's doing really good. She's been on vitamins. She's been on antibiotics for the week. I took her to the vet on Monday. They fit her in so I wouldn't have to wait till Friday. She literally could not breathe, you guys. She was like, take me somewhere, mommy. She's okay now, though. She's on a steroid and she's on amoxicillin, clavicillin. Thank God I had some clavicillin left over because I don't know if she would have made it to the vet. She choked a few weeks ago. I had to give her a doggy Heimlich maneuver. So she must have aspirated. Aspiration is when you choke and you accidentally maybe get a little bit of food or saliva that you inhaled into your lungs, and it can cause pneumonia. It can cause a respiratory infection. She also had rhinitis, which she has environmental allergies. So one thing at a time. Okay, I brought JonBenét Ramsey some flowers that my dad picked for me, and I just wanted to bring him here tonight for her and tell her that I love her and that I come in respect and peace, and I just want to help her know that, no matter what happens, she's loved and the whole world loves her and cares about her and wants her to be happy wherever she is, whatever she's doing. Okay, I am gonna have to plug in the speaker because it's just gonna keep saying low battery, and if JonBenét decides to say anything on the speaker, I don't want to miss it. Am I still whipping the deodorant? Yes. I'm wearing it right now. It's keeping me nice and cool in this 90-degree weather. Wait, I'm not plugging in my iPhone. Plugging in the speaker. I'm alright. The world's all wrong. Yeah, I love that deodorant. Sometimes I just can't even believe it's deodorant. I can't believe it's now butter. Alright, he sent me this spearmint deodorant from California. And I'm so happy that it hasn't, my skin is not sensitive to it. It's, I'm not getting any, allergy or any issues like that at all, Meryl? All right, let's see if there's any ghosties that want to talk to us. Why can I not hear anything? What's going on? It was working a moment ago. Is the speaker just dead or?
Now in SB7 mode.
Sorry about that. Sorry that was so loud. Yes, Tiffany, turn on your EMF detector. Let me know what you get. Yes, smells can bring us different frequencies. You're right. So, I brought my own glass of wine. This wine and these roses are not for Patsy Ramsey. Okay. All right. Oh, but I have some questions for you, Patsy, if you're around. But first, we're going to talk to JonBenét. I just need a moment. I just need to take a little break. I just need 2 minutes. Okay? And I'll be right back. I'm just going to check on the dogs and, yeah, and I'll be right back. Take a little, break just for a minute because I've been going been talking for like 90 minutes. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, also, let's turn on the REM pod because if the spirits can't speak into the spirit box, at least they'll be able to touch the REM pod. And okay, that battery's dead. What did the spirit box just say? Am I dead? Probably. I would hope not. I mean, we do want to talk to, like, aliens, if possible. Okay, so here's these flowers. And I'll be right back. And you can see the REM pod on the... Okay, cool. All right. Be right back. I'm going to just turn the music down a little so y'all can hear the spirit box a little better. I can hear you, so I think now, okay. Just gonna turn it up a little. Okay, I'll be right back. If you have any questions, just type them in the chat. I'm gonna leave the chat open. That way, if there's any spirits with us that can read. Did it just say that can read when I said that can read? No way. Makes me wonder if the mimic is around. Okay, if the mimic is here, be nice. Alright, I'll be right back. Let's see what happens when I walk away.
Wait. That's where had one.
Weird. Did it kind of sound like it said, I'm back? Let me get my questions up. So I'm calling forth any good spirits that might be with us tonight, that would like to speak with us tonight. We come in, we come in respect. We come here to remember you. We come here to know you. Hey, Mary Beth, welcome to the haunted house. If JonBenét Ramsey is there, I brought you some flowers. I brought you some red roses, 3 red roses that my father picked for me today. And I brought them to give them to you. Today, my dad and I talked about you. He didn't really realize that we haven't found your killer yet, sweet girl. None of us know who took you from us. But we're more interested in getting to know you. We don't want you to worry about that drama. We just want you to be happy. If there's any spirits there that would like to communicate with us about JonBenét Ramsey, I do have questions. We have questions. Am I still here? I think I'm still here. One of my questions, I want to know if, did JonBenét Ramsey's murderer take the housekeeper to court? Did JonBenét Ramsey's killer take the housekeeper to court? Did JonBenét Ramsey's killer take the housekeeper to court?
Very entertaining.
Very entertaining, huh? Did JonBenét Ramsey see who killed her? Did JonBenét Ramsey's that was weird. Did JonBenét Ramsey's killer forget to kidnap her? Did JonBenét Ramsey's killer come into the house, kill JonBenét Ramsey, rummage around for a pen and a paper to write a ransom note, and then just forget to take her? Ate some pineapple and left? Okay, so did JonBenét Ramsey's kidnapper or come into the house, rummage around for items to make the ransom note, and then just randomly forget about what they were doing and decided to just kill her instead of kidnap her? Oh, okay. And then not also forget to claim the ransom money. What do you think about this, spirits? Is this a true story? Is this what really happened? Oh, I don't really believe in black magic unless it's like Final Fantasy. But yeah, it does feel like black magic what happened to JonBenét Ramsey because, I mean, think about it. How is it that any child who lost a sibling could sit there and grin through an entire funeral, knowing what happened? Did Burke Ramsey see who killed JonBenét Ramsey? You think it was a satanic ritual? Yeah, I heard it. I did hear it. And you know, the thing that I was saying last night about this is that she paid for her life so they could have fame and always be taken care of. I mean, why waste the years in pageants when you can just do what they did to get fame and fortune? Like I said earlier in the show, Patsy Ramsey reminds me of the woman who killed my mother. And the scary thing is they're both from the same town in the same state. Two different women with the same kind of profile. I'm not saying that everybody who's from Georgia is like that, because they're not. But there were just certain things about Patsy Ramsey after going through the case over the last week that remind me so much of the woman who killed my mom. And the only reason I became interested in the JonBenét Ramsey case is because I started to realize that the Nancy Guthrie case was a lot like the JonBenét Ramsey case, with evidence and certain aspects of it being so demented. It's like we're watching the same case, only two women who are of different ages and different times. Did JonBenét Ramsey's father see who killed JonBenét Ramsey? It's so weird the dog would get emotional about that. You know, animals are psychic too. Hi, baby. Are you okay? I'm here. Nice. Did anyone see who killed JonBenét Ramsey? Did anybody see who killed JonBenét Ramsey? Yeah, the woman who killed my mom is still alive. What do I think of the letter? Well, I think the letter is ridiculous. I mean, I'll never forget, like, being a kid and, like, listening to how they actually went and did what they said to do about the ransom money to see if they could catch the person. Nobody came to collect the ransom money. I was so disappointed because I surely thought that they might catch them. But I was just a little girl. And here's what's really scary, you guys. There's actually a channel here on YouTube that I've been watching to catch up on the JonBenét Ramsey case. I'm going to put this link in the chat. I sent this to Tiffany the other night, where the guy who does this channel and does this true crime stuff literally put different scripts together from different movies that literally read out the ransom note. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, what? I could not believe I was sitting there on YouTube listening to this as an adult. Let me get the link and I'll put it in the chat so that y'all can go to it later or go to it now, whenever you guys wish. Now, what's really disturbing to me is the interview that Burke Ramsey did in 2016, where he sued pretty much the people that interviewed him on CBS for $750 million. $750 million. They settled out of court. All because I guess this guy who was interviewing him said that he did it. And I think the guy who interviewed him might have been like a forensic psychologist or something. So it's great to connect with you too, Dark Reverend. Thanks so much for coming by. Let me get this link. And I'll share it with you guys. And y'all can go watch the video. Let me know what you think or...
Live.
Yeah, you think the ransom note is all lies? Well, we do too. So this is called Listen Carefully, because that's how the ransom note starts. Listen carefully. When you are reading, you don't listen, you read. It's just so weird. So here's the link to the video. Here's the link to it. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's so funny what they call this ransom note. They call it the War and Peace of ransom notes. The War and Peace of ransom notes. Can you believe it? Like, there's so much shit in that ransom note. But every paragraph is from a movie. It was a popular movie about kidnapping or being taken or being a hostage. Just every paragraph from that ransom note is from a popular movie from that time. It had to do with that subject, kidnapping or... Let me get my questions back. My phone died, so I can't ask. My list of questions is deleted. Okay, so what are some of the other questions? I think the last one I asked was, did anybody see JonBenét Ramsey get murdered? Anybody hear her get killed? So here was another interesting thing that kind of really freaked me out is, you know, they did not know that she'd been bludgeoned. Her head had been hit with either a baseball bat or maybe a flashlight or something. Maybe she hit her head on the stairs or something. But it wasn't until they did the autopsy and they had peeled back her scalp and noticed the 8.5-inch fracture in her skull that most likely did kill her. They found a baseball bat outside the house. Now, what was interesting theory that I just listened to not too long ago is that almost to the date of JonBenét Ramsey's death, 1 year later, like, it's not like Boulder, Colorado is a dangerous place. It's not like there's a lot of murders that have happened. Okay, in fact, in that 1 year that JonBenét Ramsey had died, there was only one other attempted murder, and it was on a woman who was hit over the head with a baseball bat. I'm not sure if she died or not. I'll have to go back and look, but what was so weird about it is one of the guys who the Ramseys had been staying with after JonBenét Ramsey's death was seen leaving the house with a baseball bat and a gun. But Patsy Ramsey doesn't know why he left with a baseball bat and a gun. But that girl had been beaten to death almost with a baseball bat on December 21st, 1997. So here's how I feel about it. You could probably solve the JonBenét Ramsey case within 5 minutes. But there's just so much that is unthinkable within regards to what happened. Like, I can't really get a straight story on whether or not they DNA tested the body. I've read some places that it was DNA tested. I read some places that no, it wasn't DNA tested. They just took the parents' word for it that it was JonBenét. I don't really know what the truth is with that. I guess I could look in public domain. I guess everything is in the public domain now with that case, but I just have some theories like, you know, what if it wasn't JonBenét Ramsey's body? What if they sold her and had some other person's child and put it there just to make it look like it was JonBenét, even though they may have sold her off or traded her for money or something to that effect. Okay. And I guess my theory about that came to light with the whole Epstein Files thing when people were like trying to put 1 and 2 together and say that he had anything to do with him and that Ghislaine Maxwell was showing up at the pageants. But, you know, and then I think about the girl who kept a diary about, the teenage girl that kept a diary about all the babies that Epstein was trying to have with her or had with her that they would take away from her. Because she happened to be about the same age as JonBenét Ramsey when that journal was written. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm probably just speculating. I'm probably just like, you know, thinking too much, overthinking it. But I think the family worked together to cover it up. I know, it's freaking sick. Like, it's so unbelievably sick that. And she's still paying for it. JonBenét Ramsey is still. I mean, can you imagine, like, being that age and, like, your soul is not rested because there's all this controversy around your death? And the fact that they haven't even tested the, what is it called? The grommet or the, whatever it was that choked her out. Like, they tested it, right? But they didn't test it in a way where, you know, they just tested it to see what was on it and if her DNA was on it. They didn't test anybody else's DNA for it. And plus, it's hard for me to really get real information as well in 2026. Like, what's the difference between what I'm reading and what the truth is? There's been so many lies. There's been so much cover-up. Yeah, I really do want to give her some peace because I don't think that there's any peace there, and I think Patsy Ramsey is. I just, there's just something not right there about the whole Patsy Ramsey and Bert Ramsey thing. I don't think the dad had anything to do with it. I think at the end of the day that the dad was like, well, fuck, I need to go with what my wife is saying to do so we can save our only child that we have from the hands of the system, as well as save face. So I think he just went along with it, because when he did find JonBenét Ramsey's body, he took the duct tape off of her lips, right? And he started to take all the stuff off of her wrists, and then they said that he carried her. He picked her body up and carried her like this. Now we have to get her away. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, who picks their child up rather having rigor mortis and carries it like that, and it says, "I found her. We got to get her awake. We have to get her awake and talking." Like, she's not going anywhere, Dad. She's dead. I think that he was in some kind of aftershock from the Ambien or something. I don't know. Like, I read somewhere that he had taken or was taking Ambien, or maybe he. I don't know. I don't think he knows what really happened to his daughter in the beginning. I think he eventually learned from Burke and Patsy what happened, and he just went along with it so he wouldn't lose his more money or wouldn't lose. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and they just kept him in the dark, letting him spend all his money on lawyers and all these investigators and all these things to try to find out, but. The DNA from the unknown male, they've never been able to find unknown male 1. Yeah, I couldn't even think straight if I had found my child in that, or any loved one in that situation. There's no way I could hold my dog out like this if I just found it and somebody kidnapped it. And I mean. No, I would be holding it. I wouldn't care how dead it was. I would be losing my fucking mind. But they said that he was very, like, he didn't seem to be losing his mind. Like, he didn't seem to be, like, he was just concerned about getting the tape off her mouth and getting the loose ties off her wrists and getting her awake and going and talking. Like, he didn't, like, it was... it was very,
Yeah, right.
I think it was like very, I think it was scarier for the father than it was the son, Burke, or even the mother. I think the mother was reacting out of a lot of guilt. And I think Burke was just like, you know what, I'm so happy we're getting away with this. I can't help but grin, because now all the attention's on him, right? I just seeing his grin and the look on his face while at the funeral was the same grin on his face during the CBS interview in 2016. Are there any spirits here with us now that can hear us, or hear my voice, or see us, or read the chat? Are there any spirits here with us now that have anything to say about what I've talked about tonight? No? Yeah, that's very true, yeah. Thank goodness I live in a bubble. And they're just bouncing off. Yeah, you might feel what's outside the bubble. You might even be experiencing it through the Spiritbox as well as the REM pod. I also feel like at the end of the day that with the testing they're doing now throughout March and April, I kind of feel like that's kind of like I don't think that they're forensically... I know they're saying the JonBenét Ramsey case is still open, despite it being cold, but I don't think that them telling us that they are testing items they've never tested before and testing items they have tested before with the new technology we have in 2026. I think it's bullshit. I think that it's a publicity stunt. I think it's pageantry again. Because John Ramsey is making an appearance at some true crime convention later this year. What year did JonBenét Ramsey die? She was murdered on Christmas 1996, yeah. It's so interesting to me that like you know, Burke was never afraid. You know, here's this kid who has either watched or seen or heard his sister murdered, but he wasn't afraid. And they weren't afraid for him that he would get kidnapped or hurt, or even when like the Boulder police were like trying to give them assistance within regards to security, so he could go back and forth to school. I don't know. It was just all very weird. I don't think we'll ever know the truth. I really don't. I think the JonBenét Ramsey case really separates modern advanced history and time from the new modern times. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, America became very modernized through the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, right? And the 80s. And I feel like once we hit 1996, and that case kept rolling through the end of the 90s and the end of the 21st century, that it just really marked a time for change. Like, that's when the world started changing. That's when people were literally going out and getting AOL and getting the internet just so they could keep up with the JonBenét Ramsey case. People were literally like, yeah, I'll pay money to get the internet to stay up to date with that. Yeah. I mean, now everybody has it. Back then, people needed a reason to get the internet. Now they don't really need it. Like, it's just normalized. It's been normalized. I don't think we'll ever figure out who killed Nancy Guthrie and took her, and I don't think we'll ever figure out. Same with JonBenét Ramsey. Now, they want to retest the garrote that strangled her. They want to retest. Well, there's some testing they've never done on the garrote. I just don't think we're ever going to really know the truth. I think we're only going to know what they want us to know, and that's it. Yeah, it has been an AI takeover. Alright, well, I've been here for about an hour, 2 hours. I've been here for 2 hours and 10 minutes. I think I'm gonna say goodnight. Thank you for any spirits that made
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you any spirits that came by and said hello to us, or thank you to us, or spoke to us. Thanks everyone who came by and hung out with us tonight. Thanks to anybody who came by and left a donation, liked, subscribed. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. I'll be back tomorrow night. It should be a little bit cooler. It should feel a little bit better. I think the wind just came and it's about to rain soon. So that might actually make the spirits a little bit more active. But yeah, I gotta get some rest. I'm actually feeling pretty exhausted after the Spiritbox session. Oh yeah, don't forget to turn everything off before I go, that's for sure. Any last words from the Spiritbox? That was kind of cool that I said thank you and then it said thank you too. Alright, let's turn it off. Good night, Spirit. But yeah, I don't know. I hope someday somebody will tell the truth. Somebody will help us find out who did what they did to her.
Power on.
But, you know, with Burke saying things like, oh yeah, I know what happened to her. But they're not really going into detail. Like, yeah. I think they all work together to make it happen. Anyways, God bless JonBenét Ramsey, and may whoever took her life pay for it in every life, here, there, and after, forever and ever and ever. Sweet dreams when you get there. Music is sacred, and no prison will hold this movement down.